So I wrote a poem about this not all men situation, and I wanted to share. Women have tried it all. We've tried pepper spray and switchblades. We tried not leaving the house once the sun fades. We tried alarms and whistles and safety apps. We tried sending our location through Google Maps. We tried sticking together, always walking in pairs, avoiding things like Uber, the train, the bus, the stairs. We covered up our shoulders, chest, legs, and butts. We tried being polite, never making a fuss. We tried saying no. I said it 1,000,000 times, but he believed forcing me wasn't worthy of a crime. Why is the burden always on us women? They'll say, if you didn't want to get raped, then why'd you let him in? We've changed our behaviors, our mindset, our strength, but when we ask men to help, most won't go the length. We're asking for your support, so please tell us when you'll stop replying to our pain by saying not all men. We're concerned with our tone than what we actually have to say, and I hope to God it doesn't happen to a woman you love one day. We know it's not all men, but it's too many of us, and all we're asking is for you to stand up and be men we trust. Please listen to our pain, listen to our voices. We need men to start changing. We've run out of other choices.
Yes, so it's a very important subject. It's a subject that's taken very seriously by our respective civilizations, particularly in the West, and it's an abhorrent crime, and the punishment for it is extensive. 15 years in Australia, minimum sentence for rape. So yeah, it's a heinous crime that should be punished, and rightly so, and so I'm glad that you've taken the time to make a poem about it. Thank you so much for that. I'm sure that's going to really contribute to solving the issue, as far as it goes, I guess. So I'll just your poem is essentially saying that men have to listen to women whinge about the crime of rape ad nauseum, and we can't defend ourselves by saying not all men, which is the absolute truth. Most men are not really capable of performing the act of rape. That's a fact. And that's why it doesn't happen. It's just part of male nature not to do it. It's the sociopaths and psychopaths that are capable of that kind of behaviour, and they make up a tiny percentage of the human population. So with that aside, and I've got one more point to make before we start looking at what you're talking about. Women rape men and boys. So this idea that it's just women who are the victims is also a lie. And there's countless instances where we've got women before the courts because they've raped boys, particularly in the case of the school teachers raping their pupils. And it is rape because it is statutory rape. There's no question as to whether or not this is rape. The child is underage, therefore it is statutory rape. No question. Now, another point is that rape has been trivialised by women. Now, and I'm saying this because a woman can wake up in the morning and feel regret for what she's done the night before and accuse a boy of rape, and he can go before the courts because of it. He can be imprisoned because of it. So that's completely different to what happens in the Democratic Republic of Congo, for example, where it's women are actually raped. They don't have the privilege of waking up feeling sorry for themselves. Okay, so yes, it's a serious subject, and here you are making a poem about it. So let's have a look at exactly what you're talking about. You're saying you've tried everything, and pepper spray and switchblades and blah blah blah. Well, what is the danger of a woman walking out on the streets alone? Let's have a look at some actual figures. Now, these are reported rapes. These are rapes that have been reported to the police. Okay, so these aren't convictions, right? These are just women reporting rapes to the cops. Now, I don't even know if it's just women. It could be men and women. Okay, they're not breaking this down by gender. But here we go. United States, 84,767 instances reported to the cops in 2010. Okay, there's population in the United States, so divide that by 2 and you've got the number of women in the United States. Now, let me just stress that 85,000 rapes is 85,000 too many, in my opinion. Here's a woman's chance of getting raped. 0.05%. That's from these figures in 2010. 0.05%. This is why no one takes what feminists say about rape seriously. Because these are the facts. The facts are you're as safe as you can possibly be in a Western country. Right? Women are not getting raped ad nauseum by everyone all the time. And it, so stop putting fear into women. This is what you've made the poem because you're scared by false rape figures that are perpetuated by women, feminists in particular. And they're doing it because they've got an agenda. It's as simple as that. So once you stop with the politics and start looking at the reality, you'll realise that you can live your life free from fear of being raped. You've got Buckley's chance of being raped in a Western country. And that's a fact.